Finally has some time to calm down. Hi everyone, VGT Adam here. Today is November 2nd, and yesterday was November 1st, which means that yesterday was the Nintendo Direct for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh wow, that was a good one, but the main thing I wanted to focus on is World of Light. I went crazy when I first saw this. Someone I know is supposedly making a reaction video, so if that ever comes up, it's not up at the time of this recording, but if that comes up at some point, I'll put it in the link in the description. If it's never made, then what can you do? I'm not in control of that, so if if it is up, you can see my initial reactions to everything and see how much of a cardboard box I am and how bland I am. Anyway, but the most interesting thing to me of all the things was not Piranha Plant. It wasn't the online features. It was World of Light, which is the single player mode, I'm assuming, of Ultimate. It's gotta be part of Spirits, because it's not like you just click on Spirits and all of a sudden you're in the story mode. It's probably more like you click on Spirits and you have the option of the story mode or the option of the event mode, which is what it seems like Spirits is. But I just found, because the only Smash Bros. Game I don't own is Melee. Well, technically the Wii U version of 4, but I still own 4 and 3DS, so I guess I count that, but Melee. But yet, Adventure Mode had a lot of cool things about it. It wasn't amazing, but it had a lot of cool things about it. And then Subspace Emissary was also a little janky, but it was still incredibly fun, and I always wanted to return to that. And World of Light seems like a mix of Adventure Mode and Subspace Emissary. It's not as story-focused as Subspace is, but it has more story elements than Adventure Mode, if that makes any sense. Why is my mind just going blank? My mind just flatlined all of a sudden. Yeah, so this seems like a combination of the two, which is something that I wanted since... I wanted that in 4, honestly, but Sakurai is like, oh, people just post the cutscenes onto the internet. The old way of thinking with certain design philosophies. But I guess now he's just caved in, or Nintendo told him to. So now we have World of Light, which seems like really it's not exactly gonna be a story mode. I'm pretty sure I'm hoping there's at least a couple cutscenes. I'm hoping that intro one that we saw in the Direct wasn't just for the Direct, and that's the actual intro, or at least extended, because it seems to just cut in the middle of it. I'll hope that's the intro. We get an ending one. Maybe a couple other good ones here or there in the middle. At least boss cutscenes. I'll get to this in a second, but at least when you're introducing bosses, have a really quick in-game cutscene. You don't need this huge pre-rendered thing like this, but a quick in-game one would be nice. But yeah, I hope there's at least a couple cutscenes, not as many as Subspace, but just a smidgen of something, please. But yeah, this is it's not exactly what I wanted in a story mode, but it's the closest that we can get, and it's fine by me. I hope the game has full voice acting with whatever cutscenes that people voiced. People talking, which seems to be the case in this one. You have Fox, Marth, Zelda, and Pit talking. So I hope that's consistent. There probably won't be too many cutscenes where people talk, but in the very few of them, hopefully we'll have. Maybe they will. It'll be so good. Oh, there's so much potential here. So much for calming down, right? God, just so much to talk about here. Let me pull up the trailer and just take a look. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, Fox with the gun. Yeah, all those freaking hands at the beginning, master. I don't know if any of them are crazy hands or if they're specifically master hands, but actually, now that Sakurai confirmed that this is all a dream, does that mean this is a freaking? Because it was implied that the kid in the beginning was master hand, right? And maybe crazy hand was just his other hand or something like that. I don't know about that, but since that hands are the kid playing with the toys or the trophies or whatever. What does all the implication of these hands mean? Is it a freaking school? Did he bring his toys to school? And now, there's all these hands let me play, let me play. I don't know. That's not going to be ever answered, but it's just a thought. And then you have the the fusion between Taboo and Safer Sephiroth. I don't know what that is. I hope... Because Taboo, as cool as he was, we never got an explanation for who or what he is. And, is that supposed to be the kid, or is that the kid's parent, or something hey, stop playing the game, stop playing the, with your toys, or whatever. I don't know, but, I don't know if this is something that's just in universe, like some kind of monster, or there's some kind of implication about universe. Sakura, when you confirm theories like that, you get speculations on both in-game and out-of-game stuff. So don't do that in like an interview, but don't do that in a direct, please. But yeah, so this weird thing with the wings, blue and red wings, which looks really cool. Or maybe it's Master Core, I don't know, but that looks really cool. Talking. Everybody gets the human extinction attack from Dragon Ball. Skip ahead. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, there are a bunch of little details that I didn't notice, and a lot of people that again, if that reaction video was up, which I don't know, we'll see. But a lot of people didn't notice. I'm sure there's a Game Explain video on it. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, the universe is erased. Blah blah blah. Kirby survives. Yeah, so like, because it shows the spirits. So like, I don't think like the spirits when we first saw in the direct is. I think that's more of an event thing, but will play similar to how the World of Light mode does. But I don't think it's gonna be like the same thing. I don't think it's gonna be like spirits mode. It's just pops into World of Light, and then after World of Light's done, he was just grinding stuff. That's also a problem I have with spirits mode. Is that I hope it's not just incredibly grindy. I hope it is fun, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's where the uniqueness kind of goes down. Is that it does seem like it's the main spirits thing with a couple more cutscenes and context, which isn't bad. That's fine. I think like if you didn't want to make a full-on story mode, just make like more story-focused events, I suppose. Yeah, Kirby, and then we also get the vocal theme, which I will not play, but it's great and I love it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here's the map. You have it in the center, Mario. Spirits possessing them, they become Malfested from Soul Calibur. And it's starting to rain. Great. Anyway, oh yeah, so this map, like, the artwork is, like, it's sketchy, but it works. It's got this, like, not oil painting, but, like I get not even comic booky. Like, it has a certain style. Like, you'll know what I mean when you see it, if you haven't, which I'm surprised if anyone hasn't, whoever's listening to this. It has a certain style. It's just so cool. And it's like, you're traveling around the map. It's not like South Space where you just go to a dot and click it. It's more like, kind of like a fleshed out version of 3DS's arcade mode where you're on a path as a character and then at certain points you can like divert it. It's kind of like that, just in a way more stylized way. And like, yeah, you have to like recruit everybody back again, which is cool. Starting out as Kirby, like, it makes perfect sense to me, but I know people are like, oh, why Kirby? I mean, it's Sakurai's original creation. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, the scenes in multiple areas too, like, and like, I don't know if they're like specifically based on anything, but there's definitely multiple areas with certain like special events going on. Like, let's see, not that. Yeah, you have this like weird. A lot of weird areas, but like, yeah, like that. You have the one part where you have Red or a Pokemon trainer, rides on Lapras, which is like, you know, I don't know if it's exclusive to him or is that just because it's water. Like, how does that work? You have those buttons in machine areas. You have like the friggin' Bayonetta looking area. I think that lava world with the buttons. You know what I mean? I'm flustered. I'm trying to figure this out. The Pac-Man area. You can like teleport between the freaking maze areas. It's incredibly unique. So I just wanted to figure out like what's like, how long is the mode? Like, is this something that like you can beat in 2 hours, or is this like a 10-hour thing, or is it just kind of like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, how many optional stuff are there? How much is there if you just want to head straight to the end? I don't know, but it just intrigues me so much. And then bosses. We got bosses back here. It shows what's his name? Galleon, I think, from Subspace. It shows Galleon, and then like it's also the theory I had when we were seeing bosses in the, I think it was the Simon Belmont Direct, where they showed Dracula and Rathalos, and it's like, that's not a stage. It looks similar to a stage. Like okay, look, the Simon Belmont one, it looks similar to his stage, but there's no ring outs besides like the edges. It's completely flat. So there's no way, like, in the middle of your fight, your stage is going to turn flat and also you fight Dracula. There has to be something story-related. And it could be. It could be a story-related thing where you have to fight Dracula, and that's fucking awesome. Same with Rathalos, since we don't have a Monster Hunter stage, but there's a Monster Hunter-ish kind of flatland where you have to fight Rathalos. That's great. That's what I want, and I want unique boss fights like Galleon and like the final boss and whatever. That's fine, but I like the idea of like the bosses from Super Smash Bros. 4 like in the stages. Fine, okay, but actually putting them in a kind of story mode for actual boss fights, that's what's really cool. God, this mode has so much potential, but we have like nothing really to go on other than the fact that like it's a weird mix of adventure mode and subspace. Like, I would love to just really dig deep into this and analyze every single little detail without getting to like, oh, here's the character's origin and where they first appeared and what their attacks are going to be. Like, not like that, but like talk more about it in a certain way. I'm making no sense right now. This is incredibly incoherent. But this is the thing I want to talk about the most because this is like the thing that intrigued me the most. I know, not Piranha Plant of all things, but this. There's my brain flatlining again. I just want to know more about this mode. Like this isn't gonna be a story mode because Sakurai seems to hate that, but it's gonna be more story focused. It has like unique gameplay elements. We need to find out like how much of this is like. Oh yeah. I can't even put my thoughts together. I'm supposed to calm down so I can put my thoughts together. I can't put my fucking thoughts together. This is why I write stuff down so that the reviews and like other videos I do, just other videos that you can tell what's scripted and what's not scripted is what I'm saying. Because the unscripted ones, unless I write down like certain notes, my thoughts are so just everywhere. Whereas I write down a review or even have just not even just a review, just like any of my scripted videos or anything like thoughts on that I have like notes for it sounds way better than just me rambling. There's a reason why. It's because I like everything I want to say wants to come out at once and I can't just quite process it right. It sucks, but that's how my brain works and I hate it sometimes, not all the time. So like you're obviously gonna be like gaining people as you go on, which makes sense. It's kind of like how the main roster works, where you start with the general was it 8 characters from the original Smash? Actually, no, I haven't. And then you start gaining more. It's kind of like that. Just you start with just Kirby. I wonder if this is actually a continuation of Subspace or just another story mode. Like, is this like Marvel Infinite, how it's like, oh, these characters are meeting for the first time, even though this is like the fourth game that they're together. Is it, or not even fourth? Technically, it's like the 6th or 7th, but let's say 4th. Is this like the first time, or is it like actually a full-on sequel kind of thing? I don't know. It's gonna be a vague story. He said not to expect too much. Just like, here's the intro for what's happening. I also hope the modes are replayable. So like with Subspace, you have like the option of like going to each level and like fully maxing it out to get like 100%, which I did because I'm a loser. I do want that where you can like go back and like maybe the events are different, or there's certain other things like maybe other secret like other bosses are added, or like secret bosses, more stuff like that. I wonder, it'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool if like because when they first showed Spirits Mode, not showed it, but like, describing Spirits Mode, like, oh, we want the chance to have other characters in the spotlight. It's like, are we gonna have playable assist trophies? And that turned out to not be the case. But like, it'd be kind of cool if like for certain, maybe not so much bosses, but events, you just fight assist trophies. Because I mean, you can do that in the normal game anyway. So I feel like fighting assist trophies would be a pretty unique. Gross. Pretty unique thing to do. And if you notice any kind of weird cuts in between the audio and like how it doesn't seem to connect too well, a lot of people trying to call me today. I don't know why. You usually don't get many calls. Anyway, so yeah. That having the assist, not so much as boss fights, but having the assist trophies like as events, like you'll go collect characters, you'll fight boss fights, like event, like sometimes here's Shovel Knight, it's in your way, you have to fight him off, or like say Alucard is here, you gotta beat him along with Grey Fox. They're fighting together. That'd be kind of cool. It's a way of like fighting against these characters without them being playable, but them feeling like they're playable. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but that'd be kind of cool. I wonder why it's called the World of Light. I guess like Subspace Emissary when I was a kid didn't make sense, but now it's like it's because it's in subspace. Duh. And there's an emissary. Doesn't make much sense, actually. Let me make sure I'm using the words right. Yeah, a person sent on a special mission. I had to look it up. Anyway, so I mean the subspace part's kind of obvious what subspace means, but emissary is people on special mission. Yeah, it's the subspace emissary, people trying to figure out a way out of subspace and figure out what's going on. So I guess World of Light, trying to figure out what that means. It's a lot easier than subspace emissary, but I mean, the easiest thing you could think of is that, like, the boss is a giant ball of light, and that he destroyed everything, and now he's the only thing. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe there'll be some kind of explanation. I don't know. I'm just rambling, so I have no idea. But yeah, like, there's just so much to think about, but it's like you can't even really talk about it too much because like there wasn't enough information, and I don't want them to reveal everything. I don't like the people like, oh, just tell us everything and just spoil the game for us. It's like, no, there need to be some surprises, yes, but like it's hard to talk about this with how my brain works and the fact that we got like so little information. It's just so hard to like talk about. But what was another? I don't think it was a game, but there's some other thing where like all the worlds like combined together. What was that? Because I'm looking at the Oh, I also like the little detail like everybody's over the Brawl Cliff. That's pretty cool. Like when Kirby's in the World of Light or whatever, it's like an amalgamation of like other people's worlds all together. What was it? There's something else that was like that. I can't remember. If anyone listening to this who knows what I'm talking about, please like post a comment and tell me because I'm so stuck. What was that? It was like, oh shit, I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, so World of Light, it's a story-ish mode in Spirits mode, which is gonna be fine. Hopefully, Spirits mode, like I'm hoping Spirits mode itself isn't too grindy. I think I mentioned this already before. But let me just go in more into it. Because like you can just go through the events and everything like that, but if you want to level up certain characters or certain spirits and everything, chances are you might have to redo a lot of things a lot of times, and it might be a lot of events. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of events, usually are, but like I feel like if it is too grindy, that like taking out trophies wouldn't have been worth it. But if it's paced well and like you can level up just fine, then taking out the trophies would have been fine. Yeah, but that's just actually. I'm curious. Like besides World of Light and normal Spirit events, what other things can be in it? Because like each mode, like Smash mode has like versus and probably arcade and custom and like a bunch of other things I probably can't name top 8 player, a bunch of things I can't name on top of my head. So I wonder if Spirit's gonna have more than just those 2 modes. It might not because it might have been a lot put into those 2 modes, but I'm just curious. But yeah, so I am curious though, like, I guess, yeah, shit. Actually, now looking at this picture, I see, let's see, I'm looking at the picture where, Kirby is looking over the landscape. You see like a couple of ruins, mountains, a volcano, floating islands, a city, a couple cities actually, one in the background too. Yeah, it's really interesting, and I'm pretty sure like we're gonna get like very like stylized versions of running around those because they're not like actually like, oh hey, now the camera's gonna be behind Kirby and you'll be running around as Kirby doing some big epic adventure. No, it's gonna be very like static and like the areas will be kind of interesting, but the main like way of traveling will definitely be bland. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, it's like this. I have so many thoughts. I just want this to be an enjoyable experience that people do remember, and like, because Subspace had its good moments and its bad moments. I hope this is mostly good more than bad. But because it feels like it's not like an extra like side thing, but seeing as how this probably isn't gonna be the main focus, it's just gonna be like a little fun adventure we have with the roster. It's like you'll definitely tell there's gonna be some work in it. I mean, they have the design and some stuff, of course, but it's not gonna be anything like too huge, like Subspace was, or even in some cases Adventure Mode. Actually, you know what'd be kind of cool is that like when we had that Pac-Man board, if there was like there was like a Pac-Man themed like, no, like Subspace had like custom like levels, and then like Adventure Mode had like actual more like levels from actual games. Get like some kind of mix of that. I would like if some levels were custom. Like if we actually get levels, we probably won't. It's probably gonna be all fighting. But if there's ever a chance of like maybe a couple customs, which I doubt. Couple actual levels, which I doubt. Have some be custom and have some be actual levels from games. So like we could be like Cloud going through Pac-Man or something like that, or in Incineroar in some kind of Metroid-like level. It'd be kind of interesting. But I don't think it's gonna be even normal enemies. It's probably just gonna be only fighting, which is fine. It's what Smash does. It's what Smash is most known for. It's what people play the most. It's fine. Just a thought. Yeah, so I want to say that's my thoughts on Spirits Mode and World of Light, but I just have so much going on I want to talk about, but I just don't know how to process it all together, and it's just, oh god. So here's Spirits Mode. I don't want it to be grindy. A good amount of events, and World of Light, voice cutscenes period, a good amount of boss fights, maybe even some fights against assist trophies. And just to being to Subspace Emissary, the reason why so many people remember because it was unique. Like, it's not amazing, but I mean, like, you had alternate like cutscenes for certain choices you made. You had like the Great Maze, which is probably the worst part, but like that was like a cool little test of everything. You had a unique original villain, stuff like that. Stuff that like sticks with people. I want for World of Light to stick with you, like how the lyrical version of the main theme is sticking with me. That thing is great. I want to like stick with you to be something like when we think about other Smash games. Oh, why can't we get a mode like World of Light mode again or something like that kind of thing. And for it to be worth it, not be like, oh, it's a fun little side thing to do. We don't have to worry about it. No, I want it to be like, no, play World of Light mode, please, because it'll be that good. But we won't know until the game is out and a couple months after. So yeah, those are my very uncollected and very shitty thoughts on World of Light and a couple things on Spirit Mode. Like I said, I did do a reaction with somebody. If it does come up, the link will be in the description. If not, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If not, it's just in the void somewhere. Probably killed by the light beam thing that killed everybody else. Yeah, everyone is here. More like everyone is dead. So yeah, those are my thoughts, quote unquote, because, you know, not really a good way of doing it, and just rambling and shit. Yeah, alright, that's about it. So, please tell me how terrible this video was in the comments. Bye.